Good morning, people. I hope I'm audible. Can you guys please confirm? Okay. So we will wait for a couple of minutes until everyone joins and then we will get started with today's session. So can you guys quickly tell me what we have studied in the last class? Till everyone joins, let us do a quick recap of what we have studied in our last session. So can you quickly tell me what we have studied in the last session? Yes, we discussed about the etacap tool, right? In which we studied about the man in the middle thing, wherein we also studied about something called as ARP, which is nothing but address resolution protocol. Right? We studied about the ARP poisoning using the etacap tool. I hope everyone was clear with that. Anybody has any doubts there? Okay, fine then. If no doubts, no problem. Everybody has tried it. Everybody is getting the output. Have you guys tried it? You will not get the output Chakradhar in that case. You will get an error. If you just run the Python file for the seeker tool, you will not get the error. So it's better you run it manually in order to get the output. Yes? Okay. Any other doubts? Okay, fine then. So I can see a couple of you have joined the session. So we will get started without wasting much of our time. So let me share the screen. Is the screen visible to you people? Can you guys quickly confirm? Yes? Okay. So yeah, please send collab notebook Python. Okay. Collab notebook for web scraping, I believe, which we have done. So you can observe here, I have shared the link also is present in the PPT which is shared with you people. You can just cross check with that. Okay. Otherwise, I'll just copy this and I'll send it once again in the chat box so that you don't face any difficulty. You can take it from the chat box. Okay. PPT should have been shared with you in the WhatsApp group. Is it not shared? What about others? Okay, no problem. I will just check with the technical team, and I'll make sure that by today itself you people get the PPT. Okay, not to worry. I will check with that thing. Okay, so that you people should be able to get it. Link should open branch shoe. See, if I click on the link, you can observe I'm going to the Google Colab window. Can you observe here? It is taking me to the Colab window. It should open. Please check. Does not exist. Okay, I think. Okay. I think there's some error in my drive. I'll fix it. Just give me a moment. I will share it with you, the active link. Okay, fine. So let me just share it with you. Check with this link. Check with this link. This should work. Yeah, it is working. Check with this link. It should work. It works, right? Okay, thank you, Jimmy, for that. Okay, now coming back to our topic, you can check that later on. Okay, Pranshu, you can do that web scraping thing later on. For now, focus on today's topic. So today's topic, what we are going to do? Today we are going to discuss something called as ping of death attack. So what is this ping of death attack? What exactly does this thing mean? So ping of death, okay, it is a type of denial of service attack. It is one of the denial of service attacks in which an attacker attempts to crash or destabilize or freeze the targeted computer or the service by sending malformed or oversized packets using a simple ping command. Now let's say you want to crash some computer, you want to crash some website. So in that case, you can do it with the help of this ping of death method, wherein you are going to simply use the ping command. Can you tell me for what purpose we have used the ping command so far? Yes, can you tell me? So far we have used this ping command. So can you tell me for what purpose we have done it? To check whether the network is available or not. Now let's say if I want to know whether the Google is working or not, in how much time that google.com is going to respond to me, then in that case what I'll do, I'll just simply open my command prompt, and in the command prompt what I'll do, I will type this ping command, ping google.com. So the moment I do this, what I will get, I get to know the information about this google.com. What is the IP address of this particular, website or Google Chrome? What is the IP address? And then I will get the packets with 32 bytes of data. right? So each time this particular google.com is going to use 32 bytes of data, and it is going to respond on an average within 24 milliseconds. So this was the usage that we have studied about the ping command. Then how this ping command is going to help me to crash this website, or how it is going to help me exploit this particular site or any other site. So how it is doing it? So let us try to understand that. So basically what you do is, let me write here, attack description. What is the meaning of attack distribution? See, the size of correctly formed IPv4. Okay, usually we will be dealing with IPv4 or packets only, right? Whenever you are transferring the data is transferred over the internet using packets. Okay, data is transferred in terms of packets. So this particular packet includes the IP header of maximum 65,535 bytes. Total payload size. What is payload? Any idea? Any idea what is payload? You know it, you do not. If you don't know, no problem. I will tell you. Just type in yes or no. Is my voice audible to everyone? Is it clear? Yes. Pranshu, please check your internet connection. It is clear, it seems. Okay. So payload is nothing but it is the minimum, or it is the carrying capacity of a packet of your data. Whenever you are transferring your data, right, from one place to another. So payload means carrying capacity. Let me write here. This is very important term. Okay, you should know about it. It is the carrying capacity of the packet or other transmission data units. Okay. Transmission unit. The term payload, okay, it always has two meanings. Data payload, which is related to the transport of data across a network, and there will be something called as malware payload also, which refers to malicious code used to exploit and compromise IT networks and systems. So these are two things that is related to payload. One is your data payload, which refers to transferring the data. Okay, another one is your malicious. Malicious means something which is going to harm you. Malicious code, malicious payload, sorry. It refers to the malicious code used to exploit and compromise your IT networks and systems. So basically, whenever you're transferring the data, right, on internet, the maximum IP header is going to be 65,535 bytes with a payload size of 84 bytes. So now here, see, whenever you want to crash any system, okay, many computers, historical computers, when I say historical means what, the computers which was used in the olden time, they couldn't handle large. If you try to send any large packets to any website, in that case what will happen, that particular website will get crashed, or that particular site, computer system will get crashed. So this bug was easily exploited in the early TCP/IP implementation. This TCP/IP protocol is a very popular communication protocol. Okay, TCP, you can read about this also. TCP/IP protocol is a communication protocol. Whenever you want to communicate between two systems, right? In that case, we generally go for TCP/IP protocol, which is a connection-oriented protocol. So what I'm trying to tell you was that whenever you try to send a packet which is larger than this size, whenever you are sending a packet whose size is greater than 65,535 bytes, then this leads to crashing the system, crashing the computers, Okay, computers or websites, computers or website, etc. Computers and websites and so on. So this bug was exploited in the TCP/IP implementation, okay, in the early days, including your Windows, Mac, Unix, or Linux, as well as network devices like printers and routers. So this sending this much of packet of data. Now tell me, if you're sending so many packets of data, so is it allowed? So whenever you're trying to send these many packets using the ping command, okay, let me write here. So basically sending a ping packet, let me write here only, ping packet of this crashes the computer, and this violates the internet protocol. What it does, let me add it here, violates internet protocols. So how attackers use this technique? How attackers are going to send such a huge packet in order to crash a website or anything? How they do it? They do it by using the simple ping command, and they fragment these packets into smaller bytes. So what do attackers do? Basically, attackers fragment the packets. They send malicious or malformed packets in the form of fragments. In the form of fragments. So when the target system attempts to reassemble the fragments and ends up with an oversized packet, okay, what happens? The memory gets overflow, right? And that would lead to various system problems, including crash. So that is how ping of death happens. Clear? This is clear how you can crash the website or the computers. Concept is clear. Okay. So attacks were particularly effective because attacks identify what the hackers did, right? They identify the website which they want to snoop, right? And then what they do, they start, hacking it. Not hacking it exactly. They start sending these packets of data. So how can I send up packets of data? Yes, it is same, Chakradhar. This is the standard packet size. You should not exceed more than this packet size. So now let's say if I call this ping command here, okay, if I call this ping command here, ping google.com, it is sending these many packets of data, and here it is stopping. Now what if I do like this, something like this? Now what will happen? Is the voice breaking for others as well? No? Pradeep, please check your internet connection. See here, if I just type ping google.com -t, so now you can see continuously it is pinging google.com. It is sending google.com 32 bytes of data every time. So now what I will do, I will open one more command prompt. And in this command prompt also, I will run the ping command once again. What I will do, I will run the ping command once again. Ping google.com, something like this. So in this way, what will happen if I run multiple terminals, okay, multiple command prompts, if I run and if I start sending this thing, if I run this particular command, what will happen? You are sending the data, you're exchanging the data. Each time what you're doing, you're exchanging 32 bytes of data. How long you're going to do it? If you are opening hundreds of tabs like this, so one point of time, what will happen? You will exceed that 65,535 bytes limit. And in that case, what will happen? The website will get crashed. So ping of death attacker doesn't need any detailed knowledge of the machine of whose he or she is attacking, except for their IP address. So even if you know the IP address, what you can do, instead of this google.com, let me just stop this process. I'll just press Control C to interrupt the process. So when I'm running the ping command, what I do, let me just add one more slide here. So basically, if you want to use it, you are just using the ping command, and here you're writing the domain name, ping and google.com. So here, if you type the IP address also of your friend's, computer, even then you can crash their system. So a ping of death attacker doesn't need more information. Okay, that is what I want to tell you. They just need the information about your IP address and nothing else. So that point you can make a note of this. This is clear to everyone. Let me write that. It is also referred as POD. Okay, even in your MCQs, if you get an option called as POD, you can go for ping of death. Okay, so POD attacker doesn't need more detail, or would POD attacker doesn't need detailed knowledge of the machine of whoever. Okay, machine of his or her they want to attack. Doesn't need detailed knowledge of the machine of his and her, whomsoever they are doing, except for their IP address. It is a worthy of note that this vulnerability, though best recognized for its exploitation by POD attacks, and can actually be exploited by anything that sends an IP datagram, like ICMP echo. So this ping of death, okay, command is also said to be, evolved from the ICMP echo request. What does ICMP stand for? ICMP stands for, let me write that as well. ICMP. This is one of the short which is short. This is one of the short name for Internet Control Message Protocol. You should know this. Internet Control Message Protocol. Message Protocol. So this ICMP echo request, from this only this ping command has evolved. Ping of death. Clear, everyone? See, we are sending our data in the form of packet. Whatever information you are sending, we are just trying to use this ping command is going to do what? It is going to just tell you in how much time that particular website is going to respond to you. So you are connecting with that website. So you are sending a connection thing, whether how much time it is going to react, the internet thing. I hope you're getting it, Pavan. We're not sending our actual data. We are just getting to know whether this particular website is available or not, and in how much time it is going to respond to you. Clear? Let me just press Control C here as well. Okay. So this is about ping of death. Now let us move ahead for the next topic, that is mobile hacking. I'm sure every one of you are interested in this topic because everyone wants to know how can we hack a mobile phone. If our parents, especially our moms, if they get to know about this hack, I'm sure they would love to do it very often. So basically, what is this mobile hacking? What exactly happens here in the mobile hacking? This is like a dream for our mothers, right? You might have observed our moms always want to know why are we behind that mobile phone 24/7, correct? They want to know what are we doing there. If we don't get food, it is perfectly fine, but we cannot survive without mobile phone. So this mobile hacking is something that which everyone wants to know and which everyone would like to learn. But I want to warn you guys, when you understand this, when you learn about it, do not use it for doing any illegal things. Okay, without anybody's concern, you're not supposed to, hack anybody's phone. So here basically mobile hacking is nothing but it's a practice of exploring a mobile device using a computer. So basically what we are going to do, we are going to hack a mobile phone, an Android phone in the computer. So what is the usage of this, or what is the you know what exactly we are going to get out of it? So phone hacking or mobile hacking comprises of identity and privacy without even knowing. So mobile hacking is nothing but it's a technique wherein we can reveal the person's identity and we can get into their private data without even they knowing it, without even a person know that his phone is being hacked, his phone is being used by someone else, without their concern. If you are able to access their phone, that's what comes under mobile hacking. But strictly again I'm telling you, please do not do it without anybody's concern. Then how to know if someone is hacking your phone? Okay, this statement got double this thing. Okay, let me just remove it. So very good question, and that is how to know whether someone has hacked your phone or not. So some of the techniques wherein you can know that someone has hacked your phone. What is that? First one is that your phone loses charge quickly. What happens? Your phone will start losing the charge. Then your phone runs abnormally slow. You will start thinking, why my phone is reacting so slow? That is because it is being used somewhere else as well. You notice strange activity on your other online accounts. What does that mean? When a hacker gets into your phone, what they want to do? If that person is not your sibling, if he is not related to you, they may be wanting to steal your valuable accounts, like your social media account, or if you have your bank details or something like that, they will start stealing those things, your email IDs, password, right? Your social media accounts, all those things they are trying to do it. Then you also notice unfamiliar calls or text. Okay, you will start seeing, observing in your phone, there will be some SMS coming, but you will not be getting to know it. It will not get highlighted. Usually when we get a message or a call, what happens? It gets popped up, right? If you have that notification icon, then it will get popped up. But what, since this hacker is using your phone somewhere else, that particular thing will also not be there. So you will be having a number of things. So you need to keep an eye out whether any message is sent from your phone or not. I hope you're getting it. Now, before coming to this part, that is how to protect your phone from being hacked, let us try to understand how we are going to hack a phone. Yes, Pranshi, you're right. We are going to use one of the tool called as Metasploit. So this Metasploit tool we are going to use to hack a phone. So what does this Metasploit do basically? It is a Ruby-based modular penetration testing platform that enables you to write, test, and execute, and exploit the code. This basically contains a suite of tools that you can use to test security vulnerabilities, enumerate network, execute attacks, and evade detection. So we are going to use this particular tool to do the mobile hack. So before getting started with this tool, you have to do some setup. So these are the steps that we are going to follow while using our Metasploit tool. So first step, what you have to do, you have to basically follow these steps. So first thing, open your Kali Linux. I hope everyone has logged in and have kept it. So just open the terminal. Go to my display setting. Let me just change the display size. Make it too big for me. Okay, cool. Let us check how much will be this. Apply. This looks pretty good. Keep this configuration. Apply. Okay. Now I was not speaking Jarpula. Sorry, Kavita. I'll call you Kavita. That is more easy for me. I was just doing the setting here. Okay, my display had reduced the size, right? The size was reduced for about of my display. So just setting it in this. In this Kali icon, you can change your display settings. Okay, you can modify the size of length and width of your Kali Linux. Okay, so let us zoom in first. I hope this is fine. So what is the first step that we are going to do? The first step that we are going to do here is sudo apt get update. First option that we are going to run is sudo apt get update. I want you people to do it. Okay, control C. Close the command prompt. Let me just paste it. Then get copy. Sudo apt get update. Using this command, you are going to update. Okay, you are going to get all the updates. Just copy this. What is happening? Control C. And then here I'll just paste control B. Press enter. It will ask you for the password. Type Kali and then wait for the update. And once the update is done, you have to follow these steps. You have to go for this thing, sudo apt get install -y apk tool. Allow it Arya. If you get something like this Windows Defender, just allow it. Let me get that thing. Windows. If you get a Windows Defender thing, you should allow it. Okay. Where is that? Yeah, you should allow it. I will tell you, Pranshu. Go step by step, okay? Don't jump into this. Here I have missed one step. You have to first install Flappy Bird. Okay, unless you do that, that will not work. Yeah, it is less. That changes you can do here in the machine. You can just change your RAM size and you can make it faster. But most of the time it will be slow only. Even for me, it is like that. So you do this, okay? This will take some time to update. Then after you complete that step, go for this thing. Sudo apt get install -y apk tool. So let me go there and we will wait for some time until this gets updated. Okay. Screen size is not changing. See here, Pradeep, you have to apply. Okay, you have to apply. You have to click on that. Here in the Kali icon, you will be able to see the display. See display option, when you get, you have to change the resolution and then apply. And then you have to click on apply changes. Okay, the moment you click on apply, it will ask you for keep this configuration. You have to click on this keep this configuration. Only then the display settings will change. I hope you're getting it. Did you get it? How many of you have got this? Please follow these 4 steps. Do it one by one. I'll be sharing the PPT with you, Ayush, for your reference. Okay, so that you should be able to get it. All the points I have added here. So most probably you will be getting the PPT. And even the reference links you will be getting. Okay, at places I have added the reference links from where you can study more on that topic. Right, since we do not have enough time to cover everything, so we will be doing things. I have done things we know which are very important in the class, and a part of it I will give it to you in the form of links so that you can read more about it. So basically, first you are going to do update, sudo apt get update. Okay, so once you do it, you should be able to get it. Since I've already done it, I'll just put Control C here. I'll just terminate this process because I've already done it. Fine. So next command is what? Sudo apt get install yapk2. Go step by step, Shreya. What error are you getting? Control C and then paste it here. So you can see it is getting installed and all the other things are not there. So 8.19 not upgraded. Something like this. All the information. APK tool is already the newest version. What error you're getting? Shreya, can you just put it? Invalid operation. Just check whether you have given this properly or not. Let me do one thing. Side by side, I'll paste these commands in the chat box so that it will be easy for you people to even, do it. So let me add it from the beginning. Let me add one by one. I hope you're able to access the things from the chat box. Are you able to copy from the chat box? Yes, no? Please quickly type in that information and tell me. Are you guys able to access the chat box? Yes or no? No? Okay, fine. I will do it then here itself. Okay, I'll share it in the question and answer sessions itself. This part you are able to access? Okay, no worries. I'll type it here itself so that you should be able to get it. These are the 4 things that I want you people to do. Okay, so let me just do the 3rd step here. Copy and paste. Kali you put. Password is going to be Kali itself, Jimmy. Okay, you can see the 3rd one is also done here. Once you're done with that, go for the next one. Password is Kali. Since you're giving admin access, right? So you have to give the password as Kali. Right? So for me, it is running quickly because I've already done it. Okay. For you, it might take some time. No worries. I'm sorry. Once it is done, please type in done in the chat box. Once it is done, please type in done in the chat box so that we can proceed. No problem. Let it take some time. We will wait for some time till it is done. And once it is done, type in done. I'll wait for some couple of minutes. Not to worry. People who are still it is taking time, no worries, guys. Don't worry. I'll give you some time to do it. Yes, sure, Pawan. But mostly doubt clearing session I'll take tomorrow. You can ask me tomorrow, or else you can ask today itself. No problems. If possible, I will give the answers, but I'll be giving at the end of the session. Okay? You can put in your doubts. But most probably tomorrow we will have the doubt clearing session. So therein I will be, checking with your queries, most of your queries, what all things are there. But if today if we have time, sure, I will do it. Not a problem. Yes, Shagun. Tomorrow will be the last session. Tomorrow we will have the last session on cybersecurity. There's one more topic, one or two topics pending, which we will cover in tomorrow's session, and then I'll take the doubt clearing session for you. So till here it is clear. Hydra and Kali. Of course, most probably we will check that itself tomorrow, Venkata. Done? Everyone is done with these steps? Yes? Okay. So now what we will do is, okay, let's go back here. Next step, after you have done all the installation, these are dependencies. What is the meaning of dependencies? So what we did just now, we installed some of the dependencies. So what is the meaning of this? What do you mean by dependencies? Any idea what is the meaning of dependencies? Any idea? No? See, dependencies are nothing but these are the software components which are required by your project. Dependencies means what? These are the requirements which your project needs. It will avoid all the runtimes error. Okay, so basically prerequisites. Yes, Aaron, you're right. We can say that dependencies are nothing but the prerequisites to run a particular program. Now I want to run the Metasploit tool. So in order to run the Metasploit tool, what I need the dependencies. So these are nothing but the, you can write it like this, prerequisites sites for your program to run a project or a program or a anything, you can say. Okay, best thing is you refer it as a program. So these are the dependencies which we need to install the apk tool, we need to install jdk is nothing but a java thing. Okay, so this metasploit need that. Then we have zip align. What is this? We don't want to know that. Why? Because this is not our concern. Our concern is to learn how exactly this metasploit tool is going to work in order to hack the mobile. So we will not go in details of this. So now directly we will go to the next part of it. So how do we run the Metasploit tool? So for that, first step what I have to do, here we are going to use a Flappy Bird. What we are going to do, we are going to use a Flappy Bird VPK. We are going to use one game called as Flappy Bird APK. So for that, what I will do, I'll go in my Kali Linux. I'll go in the browser. First, I need to download that particular app. So I'll go in the browser. You can either open from here or else you can go here in the Kali icon, and here you can check for your web browser. So just click on it. The moment you click on it, a web browser will open. For Kali, it is Firefox. Yes, you can observe it. Here you can just write Flappy Bird APK. Yes, you can see Flappy Bird for download Flappy Bird APK for Android. The moment you come to this, a Softonic website will open from where you can download this Flappy Bird APK. Let me just check here. You can observe here. You will get something like this, Flappy Bird APK. Now here you will have that download option. It is taking some time in my laptop. You can try with the same thing. Let me just copy this and I will paste it in the questionnaires. I hope everyone is getting. So here you can observe this green icon, right? So you can just click on this particular icon. Then it will download this APK, this particular game for you. The APK file will be downloaded. Please do it. Let me just copy this step here. Download the APK for Flappy Bird game using this particular thing. So once you download it, okay, let me go back to Kali. Once you download this APK file, it will come in your download folder. So you have to move it to the desktop. What you are going to do after downloading this APK file, after you click on this, you will get this particular thing on the, move it to the desktop. Now you can observe here, I'll get this particular thing. Copy that APK file, move it to the desktop. It will look something like this. Done. This step is done by everyone. Once you do that, open the terminal here. You can right click and open the terminal here, or else you can click the terminal from this window as well. So open the terminal here. So now you are in which directory? You are in the desktop directory. So if I type ls, okay, so here you can observe I am getting Flappy Bird v1 v1 /3, not slash, -3.apk. So here is my Flappy Bird apk file. Now let's say I want to rename this file. Okay, and what I want to do, I want to run this particular file using msf vnom command. So using this command, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this particular file on my local host. So basically, when you provide this command, what you're trying to do, you are running this Flappy Bird APK in your host, in your computer. So here you need to provide your IP address, guys. Here I have provided the IP address of my system. Okay, you need to change this. So let me check the, how do I check the IP address of my system? How do I check the IP address? Using which command I can check the IP address? Yes. Here in the Kali, I have to use if config. So this is nothing but the IP address of my system. So I will use this particular IP address. Let me just copy this. And then I'll go back here and I'll paste the same thing over here as well. Okay. So here you are going to use your IP address, guys. Check what is the IP address of your system and use that thing over here. And here what I am doing, I'm changing this name. Flappy Bird version 1 -3. I'm just changing it to Flappy Bird _v.apk. I'm changing this name to this. Just copy this. And now make sure that you are in the desktop folder. Okay, make sure that the terminal that you have opened is in the desktop directory. Okay, now here you just paste that thing. So here what you are doing, you're running this msf vnom command. Okay, and then here what you're doing, you're running the meterpreter. Okay, we are going to now log in into our Metasploit 2. So basically here you need to provide the IP address. Here you are going to run this particular thing on your local host. You are going to hack your mobile phone in this computer. So you need to provide the IP address of your computer and you can provide the port numbers. So the moment I press enter, it will ask me for the password. Password is Kali. Press enter and then it will generate you an output file by name Flappy Bird _v.apk. Here you can see this -o. This -o indicates you're creating an output file by name of Flappy Bird. I hope you're getting it. Yes, Ayush, you're right. This is the port number. This is the random port number that you are assigning, Pradeep. It is taking some time in my system. Is it done in yours? this will take some time, okay, until. So what is this msf vnorm command used for? Okay, so let us write about this. Let me just put a note here so that you people can easily refer these things later on. So basically this msf vnorm, this is a command line instance of Metasploit. What is it? It is a command line instance of Metasploit. Metasploit. It is basically used to generate an output of all of the various types of shell code that are available in Metasploit. Okay, this is basically used generate the output of all the various types of shell code. Okay, it is used to generate the output of all the, or you can say of various, there are different commands as well which are present in the Metasploit tool. So this is used to get you the output, various types of shell code that are available in Metasploit tool. Right, so let us go back and check. By now it should be done. Okay, so basically what it is doing, it is adding all the information here. It is trying to run our Metasploit tool. So once you are done with this, you can see it is saved as Flappy underscore bird underscore v.apk. So this file is stored like this. Now what is the next step? Once we are done with this, next step is to go to the our MSF console. So now our console is ready. Once you have done all these things, right? Now run these particular command. That is, first we will open our MSF console. So let me open MSF console. The moment you enter here, right, what will happen? The Metasploit tool will open. So wait for some more time. We should be able to log in into MSF console. Are you guys doing it? Try with that Chakradhar. But that particular thing, right, should be able to send you the data. See, this Flappy Bird is an APK file, which we are going to download in our phone also. So this is something who is going to extract the data from your phone and help you do that. You can try with some other APKs also. Check whether it works or not. Because here we are not working on, the different APK files. We're just focusing on how this Metasploit tool works basically. Okay. So we'll wait for some time until we logged into this particular console. Starting the Metasploit framework console. Can you see this message? Paste the first command. Okay, sure, Jimmy, I'll do that. I think I missed that point. Let me just. Let me first give you the Flappy Bird thing. Here you be careful, okay? Here you need to, when you are using this MSF vnorm command, you have to provide your local address, okay? Your local host is going to be your IP address. So here, let me also put this thing. This should be your IP address. Okay. Then once you do this, you have to type in into, you have to run this command to log into the particular Metasploit tool. So here we will first type msf console. What we will do, we will type msf console. So the moment you type msf console, you can see you are now logged in into the Metasploit tool. Can you observe this? This is a Metasploit tool. So you'll get something like this. Okay. Some of you might get an image also. Okay, that is perfectly fine. What has happened here? Unable to handle the kernel null pointer dereference. Okay. Okay. Now you can see I am into the MSF console. Now here we are going to run the different commands. So what are those commands? We are going to use this exploit multi-handler command now. Let me just copy this. Control C, Control V. Oops. Paste the selection. So the moment you do that, can you see we are into the multi-handler? So basically here you have to first type MSF console. Okay, and then you have to use exploit multi-handler. Let's copy. Let me paste it. Then next you have to set the payload. Payload. So next step is what? You are going to set the payload. Just copy this and then let me paste it here. Just copy these things and paste it in your terminal. You can see here you have got multi-handler. So here next step is you need to add the payload, right? So let me copy that properly. Control C and then paste the selection. Set the payload. So once you do that, enter. Now you have done the payload also. Once this is done, what is the next step? You have to set the local host. So again, local host is going to be your own IP address. So for me, the IP address is this. The IP address of my virtual machine is this. So I will use the same IP address over here as well. Okay, it is same only. So let me just copy this, paste it here. Once this is done, you can observe you're getting the local host. Now you have to type in the port numbers. So set the port number. Okay, press enter. So once this is done, just type exploit now. Now when you type exploit, what will happen? The code will start running. Let me send it to you as well. Okay, so let me do the same thing over here as well. Paste the selection. So once I do that, you can see started reverse TCP handler on this particular thing. So now what you have to do? You have to transfer this, FPK file, whatever Flappy file that you have created. Right now you can observe if I go back in the desktop. Can you observe here? I'll get this copy flappybird_v.apk. So now this particular file you have to send to your phone. So this particular file you need to send to the phone. How do you send it? You can use one of the tool here. Okay, you can either use WhatsApp web and using that you can send it, or else there's one more tool called as WeTransfer. There is one more good website wherein using which you can send your apps. So just go on this first thing. This particular website is used to send large files and photos online. So just click on this. and wait for it to load. So once it is loaded, there what you have to do is okay. Here in this particular thing, you can observe here there will be a number of options, whether sign up will be there or this thing. Now let's say I don't want to sign up. I just want to send file. Just click on this. So here you can observe this particular view. So here don't select on select folder. Okay, upload file. So just click on upload file. And the moment you click on upload file, it will direct you to your system. So from here you select this particular thing. Okay, and once you select this, just go all files. Just double click on this. It should get selected. So you're getting the title, right? Now let's say you just want to get a link. So if you're getting email initially, right? Let's say if you're getting email here, just change it to get transfer link. Since I've done it many times, so directly I'll get transfer link. So that get a link, just click on this. The moment you click on this, you will get a link over here. And now this link you just type on your web browser. What you have to do? You have to type this link on your web browser. This is the link that I have generated. You have to do the same thing, or else you can share this file directly as well. Okay, choice is yours. Okay, so here you can just go and do it. You can just do it for your this thing, just for the checking thing, and then you can leave it. So I'll just do it. v.tl/. Okay, so when you get this particular thing, right, you can download that particular file, and once you download, right, after downloading, open the file. Okay, open the file and then install it. So let us go back to the terminal. After you install it, it will ask you a number of information whether you want to install. This is an older version. Just type in install anyway option. Okay, once you do that, don't send, allow, open. Just press continue for everything. Okay, now when I start this particular thing game on my phone, you can observe here. Can you see sending stage 192.168.136? So now your meter has started. Correct? Now what is happening? Your meter has started. Now let's say as long as this app is on, I can access my mobile phone here. You can just type here help. Okay, in order to get the commands. So if I type help here, you can observe you can get a number of commands here. Okay, there are a number of things. Now let's say I want to know the information about my system. Which which system I'm using. Let's say I want to know about system info. So when I type sysinfo, you can see localhost is your computer, OS, Android. So I'm using an Android phone. So that is what the details I'm getting. Now let's say I want to send a message to someone using this particular app. Now see, I'm hacking my mobile phone. My mobile phone, everything is in my control. So now what I can do, I can get the call log as well. So if I write this particular command, that is dump underscore call log. Okay, something went wrong. Let me just check. Dump. Okay, I had written it wrong. So it should be dump call log. So when you type do this, right, what is happening? You will get a call log detail. That file will be present now. When you open your desktop, you can observe this particular file will be available. And go to the desktop and you can check. Can you see here? Call log dump. So here I will get all the call history, right, of my phone. All the call logs I'll get. You can observe incoming calls, everything, all the details I'll get to with the numbers. So without even people knowing, you can hack their mobile phone. But this app should be running. So this is not a persistent code, guys. Okay, you can try with all these commands. You can check. Just type help and then you'll get the command. Now let's say I want to send someone messages. Get SMS. Can you see this particular thing? Get SMS. So here what I'll do, I'll just write dump underscore SMS. SMS messages are saved here. So like that, you can do anything. If you want to send SMS, that option is also available. So let's say you want to send SMS. So just type here send underscore SMS. So now here you can observe. Here they have given you the hint also. So here basically you have to use send SMS hyphen D number. You can send the number here, okay, and then provide hyphen T and the message that you want to send. Without even the person knowing, you can send the message through their phone. I hope you all are getting it. You can do it as long as you know the system is on, as long as they are using that particular app. Because now what is the who is giving us this access? That your Flappy Bird app. For doing it globally, we have different techniques, Neha. We will be studying that also. If tomorrow time permits, we will be doing about Wi-Fi hacking also. We will check how we can do that. Okay. This is clear, everyone. Now let's say you want to take pictures, you want to take screenshot. That option is also available. You can just type in screenshot. So now what will happen? The screenshot is taken. And you can observe that screenshot in your desktop. Now since I had kept my phone down, I don't think so that screenshot will come clear. No, it is not here. Where is it stored? Save to home, Kali, desktop. Desktop only it is available. Let me take, instead of screenshot, let me on the webcam. What is the command for webcam? See, webcam list or webcam snap. Take a snapshot from the specified webcam. So what you can do, you can just use this webcam underscore snap. So as long as you have opened this particular system, right, only then you will be able to record the things. Otherwise, not. Got the frame, stored it. So now you can observe this is a frame, and this is the picture that I have recorded from my from my phone. So without even using my phone, what I did, I used the webcam of it. I hope you're getting it. Clear, everyone? Any doubts here? See, I have done few things. You can do even more. Okay, now as long as this is done, okay, this particular thing is only for educational purpose. I want you people to delete that Flappy app also from your phone so that it doesn't harm your phone. Okay. Yes, of course, the data will be stored here, Arya. So you can observe the whatever photos I have taken, it is stored in my desktop. See, in my desktop, if you observe, I will get everything. I will get the call list. That file is getting stored, a .txt file. I did it for SMS also. What all SMS is being sent, that also I have recorded and kept it here, right? And photos, whatever we take, right, that also will get saved. So the data will be saved. I hope you're getting it. So this is how you can do the mobile hacking using Metasploit tool. Now the question arises, how do we get to know, okay, how we can uh, prevent ourselves from knowing that, our phone is getting hacked, or how we should take an action over it. So for that, we need to read this particular slide. Let me just add this slide here. Okay. How to protect our phone from being hacked. So don't download sketchy or unreputed apps. What you have to do, you have to always, download, you should not download sketchy or unreputed apps. Okay, so you need to do what? Keep your phone with you all the time. If someone is sending you any messages, if they have hacked your phone, in that case, what you need to do? You need to take actions here. You need to be careful. What is happening with my phone? Is anybody using it? Look at the reviews and research before installing any of the app. See, when I say sketchy or unreputed apps means what? You need to first, whenever you're downloading any app, read their reviews. Okay, you have to read the reviews whether that particular app is safe or not, because if you just blindly download any of the app, that app may have something which may harm your phone. So you need to be careful with that. Next thing is what? Next step is keep your phone with you at all the time. What does that mean? Physical access is the easiest way for the hacker to corrupt your phone. Theft and a single day of effort could result in your phone being breached. But if you're trying to keep your phone near you, okay, let's say if you're keeping your phone near you, what happens? Then it will become very hard for the hacker to do anything there. Because what happens if your phone is near you, even if that hacker is sending a simple message, what is going to happen? It is going to prompt you. It is going to tell you. If you just check in into your phone, then that particular person won't be able to hack your phone. So in that case, you are going to avoid being being exploited by the hacker. Then always use a passcode lock and use complex password. See, whenever you are using easy passwords, okay, so hackers will be, they will be having certain things. They will be using certain things, very simple passwords they will use to, hack your phones. So you should always try to keep, passwords which are very tricky. People should not be able to crack it. Do not keep your birth dates. Do not keep your graduation dates. Do not keep the basic defaults, that is 00 or 1234. So these are the basic passwords which, are very easy to crack. Don't ever reuse a password in more than one place. If you have multiple social media account, use different password. Don't use the same password. I hope you're getting it. Next thing is what? Don't store passwords on your device. See, this is the majority of the time we people tend to do. Why? Because we want a hassle-free work. We do not want to spend time, every time typing a password. So we keep, adding that thing. Remember unique passwords. So you should not do it. Okay, then comes frequently clear your internet history. So it can be simple to profile trends, okay, about your life from all the breadcrumbs of your browser history. So people will get to know from your browser history what you do and how you're going to do it. Okay, what in a daily day-to-day basis, what exactly you follow, what practice you do. So people, get to know most of the stuff from there. So always try to clear your history. Okay, then always enable a two-factor authentication. This is very important. Okay, this will help you not fall under any hacker's hand. It will always try to keep things protected. So these are the steps that you need to follow to protect your phone from being hacked. I hope this is clear to everyone. Yes, Vishnu. So by default, this webcam is going to capture the snapshot of your, not rear camera, front camera. It will not take. It will take the back camera. Link you want for the website. Okay. Pranchu, for the paper pattern, not to worry, that thing will be informed to you by the technical team. Once our syllabus is completed, one day what will happen? One of the lecture, most probably technical team will take you to that, and they will be guiding you towards your exams and all those things. Fine. We cannot change the camera, Venkat, because we are not developing anything in this app. We are just using this app for learning purpose. We are not developing anything. We are not developers here in this context. I hope you get it. So this is a website which you can use to transfer the files, okay, large files. Clear, everyone? Everything, your exam pattern or everything related to your exam will be addressed to you with the technical team. Okay, those technical people will tell you all the things regarding your exam. Not to worry. I'll not take that thing in the class because I don't want to waste time. If I start telling you about your exam, then there might be no time to cover up your portion. So that is why I won't be taking it. It will be taken by the technical team. Fine. See, if you want to hide the app icon which is installed in your phone through our site, see whatever you are trying to do, Akshay, that comes under the developing thing, right? We are not going to do any developing here. In this Metasploit tool also, I'm not discussing about the tool, how it was developed or what changes we are doing, right? We are just using that particular tool and we are learning how to exploit that tool or how to use that tool, in order to hack the mobile. I hope this answers your question. Fine. Okay, then. It is 11:30 now. We will quickly take a 5 minutes break and then I will start with the new topic, guys. This was all about mobile hacking. So I want to start a new topic as well. But before that, I want you people to take a 5 minutes break so that you can come fresh and then we start with a new topic. It's 11:25 now. Sharp at 11:30, I will start with a new topic. Please take a quick 5 minutes break and come fresh. You can take a tea or a coffee break, guys, and then we will continue. Once I come back from the break, I will continue share. Okay. Yes, am I audible, guys? Yes. Okay, I hope you'll have taken the 5 minutes refreshment. Okay, fine. So this was all about mobile hacking. So basically in mobile hacking, what we do, we start with just a quick, recap I'll give for the people who are not able to do it. First thing is that you have to download all the dependencies. Dependencies are nothing but the prerequisites to run the Metasploit tool. We are going to use this tool to hack a mobile phone. So basically we are going to download or we are going to install these things. We are going to first do the update, then we are going to install these tools. And once this is installed, we will run some files. But before that, what we will do, we will download the APK for the Flappy Bird game. This is one of the APK that I have used, okay, which is not a secured one, which helps, in hacking the mobile phones. So basically, you can download it using this particular link, and then you have to run this particular command. So this command is used to get the output, to generate the output from the Metasploit tool. So once you do this, okay, once you run this particular command, you will get the output from the Metasploit tool. So basically, now what you need to do, you need to run these commands. So you need to first run the MSF console. Now I want the Metasploit console. So here you are going to run use exploit multi-handler command. Then you will set the payload for meterpreter reverse TCP. And then you're going to set the local host here. This local host is going to be your IP address, and then set the local port. And then just type in exploit. And once you do this, you will log in into the Metasploit tool. And once you logged in into the Metasploit tool, you can open that particular Flappy app, whatever you have downloaded here, right? Let me take this step also here. Once you download this, right, when you run this particular command, you will get another file by name flappy underscore bird underscore v.apk. This file you transfer to your mobile phone. You can transfer either using WhatsApp web or else by using vTransfer file. Okay, vTransfer website is a very good website which is used to transfer large amount of files. Then once you transfer that file, install that file in your phone. And once you install that particular thing in your phone, you can just run this. When you do this exploit, you can get the details of your phone. And then when you log into the meterpreter, okay, when you can see a meterpreter like this, it means that you have successfully logged into it. I hope you're getting it. It will install the broken things, Pavan. If there are any app, in which any modification is done or something like that, in that case, we use that command. Otherwise, we don't use it. Fine. So this is all about mobile hacking. And then you can just type in here help to get all list of all the commands. So you'll get the list of all commands using which you can access the mobile phone. Then once you are done with this, now we will move ahead. Here I discussed about how to protect your phone. So to protect your phone, you should always check whenever you are downloading any app for your phone. Always check its review. Check whether the review is good or bad. If the review is good, only then go for it, or else do not. Keep your phones with you all the time. When you keep your phone with you all the time, the hackers will not get a chance, to hack the things because it will come under your notice. So always use a password lock, which is very complex. Do not go for simple things. Don't store passwords on your device. This is very important. Often we people tend to do it. So this may, lead to stealing of our data or being hacked by someone else. Frequently clear your internet history. Very important. Often we tend to forget this. Okay, we don't do this, but do it. Then always enable a two-factor authentication. So this was all about mobile hacking. Now let us move ahead for the next topic, that is keylogger using Python. I'm sure you all are aware of Python. Quickly type in yes or no. Do you guys use Python anytime? Yes, no? Have you guys used Python coding? Done? Okay, great. So here we are going to use keylogger using Python. If someone who do not know Python, I want you people to, please start learning Python. Okay, it's a legendary language. Correct, Pranshul. It's a language, it's a very simple language. People who do not know, please go back and, on YouTube, you can check for some, basics of Python. You can start watching those videos and, you can get well versed with Python. So here we are going to use a Python programming language to implement Keylogger. So what exactly is this Keylogger, or what does Keylogger mean? Let us try to understand first. So keyloggers are nothing but it is a type of monitoring software which is designed to record keystrokes made by the user. So it is basically a monitoring software which is used for monitoring your system. Let's say someone wants to monitor what you are typing. Someone wants to monitor what you are, in which website you're going and clicking, something like that. Right? So basically it mainly focuses on key means what? Keyboard. This key comes from your keyboard. So they monitor the keystrokes which are made by the user. What the user is typing. Let's say I want to access that information. In that case, I will be using a keylogger. So this is one of the oldest form of cyber threat, guys. These keystroke loggers record the information you type into a website or any application and send it back to a third party. Okay, so basically criminals use these keyloggers to steal the personal or financial information such as banking details, which they can sell or use for their own profit. However, they also have legitimate uses, okay, within the business to troubleshoot or improve your experience or monitor employees. In that case, this will be a legitimate use, or you can say legal use of keyloggers. So law enforcement and intelligence agencies also uses keylogging for surveillance purpose. So you can say that this keylogging technique is used by both ethical hacker people also for doing the legal use, and by the people who wants to capture your details, who wants to harm you in some or the other way. If it is a sibling, they always want to know, right, your Facebook account details. They just want to know what is your ID and password, what you do in Facebook or Insta or anything like that. So in that case, what happens? They will be the keyloggers now. So how do this keylogger works? Let us try to understand. Let me add one more slide here. Okay, before going for that, I think Pranshu had asked me one more question regarding the installing of this app. It has created vulnerability in your phone. So for that reason, what you can do, Pranshu, you can download the this particular app in your phone. You can clear ports, okay, by using firewalls. You can clear the ports. So you can do one thing. You can run this particular command. Let me just send. See, after you do this thing like mobile hacking, you can use this particular command in your Termix. You have to use Termix for mobile and then run this command in that. You have to use Termix, okay, in mobile phone, and then okay, let me write these things here rather than going to Keylogger. Let me write it here itself. So after you do this, right, let's say you want to clear all those things. You do not want any vulnerabilities in your phone. In that case, what you can do, you can open Termix. Download Termix. Okay, for your phone, and then run the command. Run the command, that is sudo ufw deny 555. Sudo ufw deny 555, this port. So what you're telling, the same thing you can do it in your laptop as well. So this will deny this particular port, and it will help you come out of all the vulnerabilities that is being created in your port. Fine. Okay, just take a screenshot of this and you can do it. Okay, now coming back to keyloggers. So now let's see how this keylogger works, or how do keyloggers work. So keyloggers basically, let me write that, how keyloggers work. So they basically collect the information collect the information, okay, and send it back to a third party, whether that is a criminal or law enforcement or IT department. They will have nothing. So keylogger program, let's say you're going to run a keylogger program who is going to collect your data. First it will collect the information and then it will send that information to a send the information to a third party, right? So basically these keyloggers are going to collect the information and then they are going to send it back to a third party, whether it is criminal, law enforcement or IT departments. So that is what these keyloggers are going to do. So keyloggers are software programs that leverages algorithms. So basically you can say keyloggers are software programs, okay, that is going to leverage algorithms that monitors keyboard strokes through pattern recognition and other techniques. So how we are going to do it? So we are going to basically use Python ideally. We are going to write one Python program to do the keylogger thing. So basically first thing is that you need to have a Python ideally running in your system. If you do not have Python ideally, please download Python ideally from this particular website, that is python.org. So here you can observe in this python.org, go to downloads and here in all downloads, let me put an arrow itself. You can just go to all releases, okay, and then once if you go to all releases, you can see here next page you can observe that a number of releases will be available. No worries, Vaishnav, Varanasi, no worries. If you have PyCharm also, no problem. I just want one Python ideally. If you do not have for them, I'm telling you, download it. Okay. Once you download, you can download Python 3.9.9. 3.10 is also available, but I have not tried with 3.10. Okay, there might be some updation in that, so which might not allow me to get my output correctly. So I will not go for that. I have used 3.9.9, so you can also go with this. Okay, once you go for this, next step will be what? When you do right click on this, okay, you can see, you can just scroll down and come to this. Here you will get the Windows installer. You need to install it for Windows. It can be a 32-bit or 64-bit machine. If you have a 32-bit machine, go with 32-bit. If you have a 64-bit machine, go with 64-bit. Okay, choice is yours. Check which is your system. Mine is 64, so I've gone with this. And then once you install it, right, when you go for clicking next, at the end, you have to make sure that you add this thing. So basically here, my version is 3.9.9 now, so I'll just leave this. So here you should have the version thing. So don't worry about this. This thing depends upon your system. After you're playing 3.9.9, 32 or 64-bit, it is fine. Pay attention to this. You have to add Python, whatever is that version, right? That number will appear to the path. You have to click on this. If you don't click on this, then you may get some errors while dealing with some programs. So make sure that you do this. Okay. So till here clear. So people who do not have Python installed, please install it. You can install Python ideally. Done? Okay. So now let's go for the code. Let's see how to write the code. But before writing the code, let me open the command prompt here. So here I will install PyInput. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install PyInput. So how to install PyInput? So for that, what I'll do, I will use pip install PyInput. So this is a particular module, guys. Okay, this is a module which is present, or you can say, to be more specific, it is a library. Since I have already installed it, so it is showing me this warning. So even if you get this warning, just ignore it. So PyInput is a library that will allow you to control and monitor the input devices. It will allow you to control and monitor the input devices such as keyboard and mouse. So we are going to use this particular library. That is why I have installed this library. So first step is, let me just duplicate this slide. So here first step is to install the PyInput library. Install PyInput using the command that is pip install PyInput in your command prompt. So once you install this, open the IDLE. So for that, I will just open the IDLE program. So you can see here, I have IDLE Python 3.9. So I will open that IDLE. Okay. So here now what I will do, I will create a file. So just see here, top left corner, there is an option for file. Create new file. People who are well versed with writing Python programs, for them it is going to be very simple. So here in this file, you can now type your code. So here we are writing the code for Keylogger. So I'll write hash here. Hash indicates the commit. So Keylogger using PyInput module. So if I am using any library, what I do, I need to import that library. So I will use the import function, import PyInput. Okay, then from this PyInput library, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the keyboard thing. From PyInput.keyboard, import keys okay, and then do it in listener and listener. Then once you have imported the PyInput module, what I will do, I will create a list for keys. So keys is equal to an empty list. Now what I will do, I will define one function, guys. What I'm going to do, I'm going to define one function using def function. Def on press. So basically here what all things we are going to record? We are going to record if I press the key. Suppose if I'm pressing any key, so that event I want to record. So for that reason I will write one function. So define on press key. So whenever the key is pressed, what you should do? You should come to this particular function. Colon, and then here you will write key dot append. Append is a function. So here what I am doing, I am telling key dot append. So I am using this method to append the key in the list. So here I should have keys, right? Because here I have initialized it with keys. So keys dot append key. So here whatever key you have pressed, so that key will be now stored in this particular list. Once this is done, next is, let's say, write file. Write underscore file. You're calling this function to write the keys in the file. Write file keys. Then once this is done, next step is what? Try and expect. So here what I'll do, I will write one more function called as, not function, I'll write here try. Okay. So print. So whenever this is coming, you print the information. That is alphanumeric key, which is equal to 0 pressed. Okay, and dot format keycat. Key dot cat. Then next we have except. Attribute error. Attribute error. Okay, so here also what we will do, we will print the information that says special keys. special keys. Okay, and then here we will put it as 0 pressed. And then again dot format key. So this is for alphanumeric key. Okay, when there are alphanumeric key, you will get here. And if it is an except attribute key, that is special keys, then you will get it from here. So the dot is dot format key function we are going to use. Now let us write for another one. This is about this thing, right? This particular function. Now let's say definition for a write file. See here I'm calling write file function, but how I'm going to write? So let us write the logic for it. Okay. So here first I will define the function. Define write file. And then here the input is going to be again keys. Now here with open now log.txt. Now what does that mean? See, whenever you are typing any key, that information you want to store somewhere. So what you are doing, first of all, let's say you have typed some key, you are adding it in this particular list, and at the same time what you are doing, you are calling write file function. So you are creating one file, and in that file what you are doing, you are writing that data. So here the file name is log.txt. You can give any name. So log.txt. Open it in the write mode. Okay. So if the file is not available, it will create that file. Okay, open this as if. Now run a for loop here. For key in keys. Okay, so here you can write that particular comment, that is k is equal to str function you're calling to store. Str is nothing but string. Okay, key dot replace. So str dot replace method we are basically using here, comma, and then here you can have double quotation, and then here you can write f dot write of k. So every keystroke for readable. Okay, this specifically I'm doing to remove this step. Okay, this I'm doing basically to remove the inverted commas. This is for removing this commas. Okay, inverted commas. Okay, and then then what I'll do, I will write one more thing to remove the keystroke for readability. So I'll write here f dot write function. Then here write it this. Then this is about writing the file. Now, next on release. See, whenever you're clicking on the keyboard, any key you're clicking, you press it. Then when you press, you're recording that as one event. Okay, and then you're writing that things in one particular file. Now, when you release that key, even that operation, let's say you want to record. So for that also what you need to do, you need to write one more function for it. So here you write that particular function also, right here def on release. And then here you provide the input as keys or key. Okay, and then here you write a print option first of all. Print. When you release, you have to escape, right? And then you have to record the next thing. That is why we are going to record this particular thing as well. So here you will write 0. Okay, and then released. Dot format the key. And then here you can write one if condition. If key is equal to key dot escape. Then in that case what you have to do, you have to stop listening. Okay, so in that case what you do, you just return failure here or return false. So this step is basically to stop listening. to the key. Stop the listener. So basically here you need to write one more small program for the listener. So that also we will write. So here we will write with listener. Okay, with listener. So here I'll write that condition. On press is equal to on press, comma, on release, right, is equal to on release, okay, as a listener. Listener, colon, and then here I'll write listener join function. Listener dot join. Okay. So now this is our entire code for Keylogger. I will save this. Okay. I will just save this file. So you can do save as. Okay. You can save it on the desktop itself and you can give any name. Let's say here I'll give the name as Keylogger. So it is a Python file. So by default, it will get saved as .py. Just save this and click on this. So this file is now saved. Till here, it is clear. Please take a screenshot of this, guys, so that you can do it at home as well. I will explain you this code in tomorrow's session. Okay, since we have only 1 minute left, I will not go in the details of this code. I will explain it tomorrow to you people. Just take a screenshot of this code so that you people can type in. Done? Okay, fine then. So with this, I will stop here for today. In tomorrow's session, we will continue from the keylogger only. Okay, and we will run this code and we will check the output. And also I'll explain you this code. I'll spend some time to complete this part. Okay, fine then. Thank you, guys. You should get the recording session today itself. Okay. Okay, thank you, guys. PPTs you will get at the end, Jimmy. But tomorrow will be the last session, not to worry about that. Thank you.